Hello, and welcome to the Lavelle Time Works YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the disassembly process for the Seiko 7005 watch project that I'm doing. This is the movement out of the plated case. This is the good movement. We're going to go ahead and disassemble that today. I already took off a few parts, rotors off, and the reversing wheel with I forget the exact name of it, but the one, you'll see it. That's off. Power's been let out. Took the dial and hands off. And yeah, here we go. We're just going to get into this. Show you guys kind of what this process is all about. Try to get... There's so many different adjustments. Again, not wearing finger cuts. I am cleaning this. For assembly, I will be using finger cuts and all that so we don't leave any marks. Using, it's called beryllium. It's kind of like a brassy material. It's a very soft metal. This way I don't do any scratching or messing up any of the screws. Now, normally I have music playing for this, but YouTube can't do that anymore. That should be all four of the screws there. Do need to sharpen these tweezers. Does look pretty clean in here too. Wow. This is actually my first time disassembling a 005. I own a 7002. It's actually a birth watch. I was kind of excited to find that one. Added jewels to it too, so that thing is running great. And of course the 7S26, pretty familiar with those. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be sitting here properly naming all the parts. Full disclosure, that's just not how I learned all of this. I didn't learn by remembering all the names of parts. Excuse me. That said, it can still take it all apart, so that's what we're going to do. Let's get that this way. There we go. Now, normally I just disassemble and put things right into the baskets for my cleaning machine. But I'm also wanting to take a nice picture of everything laid out and disassembled, so be doing that. The hour wheel there, we've got the rest of the keyless works here. It's been a long day and it's not even noon yet. Hopefully you watching this, hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay tuned to all the latest happenings here in Lavelle Time Works. I need to get to a certain number of subscribers, and then I can actually do this live. So if you guys want to see this sort of stuff live, that's the way to do it. I need more subscribers, need more views. And the last, actually we still have a couple pieces, but we can get this cannon pinion out here. Now there's different tools for doing this. I actually don't I like the cannon puller, but also you can just pull them off sometimes. Everyone's got their preferred methods. I know some people use like a tweezers with a notch cut in them, like a clipping tweezers. Grab them, pull them. There's like automatic ones where you just position it over the top, squeeze it, and it's off. People have used hand pulling tools like this guy here. This one's just a generic one here. You can use those. There's all sorts of ways to do that. But everything is looking good so far. Maybe a little bit of play there. Oh, screw went with it. That's a good fit, right? Now, watch repair, doing stuff like this is something I enjoy, obviously. It's something I've made a career, or am making a career out of. And I think one of my favorite parts is there's always something new to learn. Always something new to learn. And that really excites me. We're down to our last piece already on this side. There we go. Yeah, this watch, like I said, I received this and it's not sloppy. I'm not seeing a lot of grease everywhere or, you know, a lot of discoloration. It's in great shape. It's a really good movement. So I'm going to do my best to take good care of it and clean it and maintain it and make sure it gets the respect it deserves. I did see one spot of wear, and it's usually pretty common, just right here. That is pretty common there. Just a little spot of wear there. So shiny. Oops. This is a way to spend your Saturday morning taking apart a watch. Get a closer look at that. It's the balance wheel there. Again, this is so clean. Wow. Maybe a little bit of something. There's something under there, but that can be cleaned up. But this is in great shape. Oh yeah. This would be a fun picture taken taking a picture after everything is all taken apart here. Yeah, I'm wondering why there's just like a little bit of oil or something there. As you can see, this is brass tweezers that I'm using. So that's not me leaving marks. That is some oil or something. Weird. And, you know, maybe that's there to help it release. I don't know if maybe sometimes if this isn't open for a long time, if that just gets stuck or something. So that's a way to prevent that. Like an anti-seize. Again, this is in pretty good shape, but there is, you know, some of the old grease or whatever on the tooth there. Jewels all look good. A lot of adjusting and readjusting with the microscope here. We've got this here for focus overall. We've got my camera focus. And then I also have the individual eyes have a focus too on them. And you can adjust it and set it perfect, and it'll change the next day. So hopefully you guys are able to see what I'm seeing, and it's relatively in focus. There's some more of that mystery oil. That fork's in good shape. So far, so good. Obviously, the power's been let out of the mainspring. That's why nothing moved or went flying on us. Let's see. I've got a wider one. Maybe I can fit that nicely. Well, I like Seikos. They make a good watch. They make a good movement. Not the flashiest thing in the world. Well, there's a little bit of dressing or whatever you want to call it on that plate, but for the most part, they're parts that are made. We've got a good precision on them, and that's it. You're not spending for all the showy features there. Again, things looking pretty good, especially underneath the ratchet wheel there. That's another spot that you usually see some wear. Right in here. Things not fitting right, and they get loose, and then all of a sudden, your barrel arbor is off a little bit, and then the bottom of the ratchet wheel sits at a tilt, and then you start getting wear on one side here. That's in pretty good shape. Now, I was saying I own a 7002, and this circle right here, like the barrel arbor bearing, as it were, that actually just pushes out, and online you can find a set of jewels, one for here and then one for the other side. You actually have to ream that side out, and then use your jeweling kit to fit jewels in there. Yeah, it works out pretty nicely. Obviously, a jewel isn't going to get worn out by metal, whereas this is metal on metal right here. Just helps it last longer, work a little bit better, less friction, in theory. We're almost done. We've just got a couple screws left. Like I said, there's not usually too much to these movements. Whoops. And that's why you use beryllium. Went too fast and one little slip, and that was fortunately it just went off the side there. It didn't really hit anything. Could have been way worse. I also hope it's not really bothering anybody that I'm doing this for, excuse me, from eye level here for some of these actions I'm taking. Oh, we can just pull from here. Silly me. Again, in pretty good shape there. As you can see up on the edge here. More of that mystery oil. And there's the clip for the reversing gear, if you want to call it that. We'll leave that alone for now. It's nice and simple too. It's a simple concept. It's not a bunch of moving parts. Just one wheel. Or one, just get the pinion there, wheel, and then the magic fingers there. And that's it. It all comes apart pretty easily too, so. And again, in regards to simplicity, that's the click. One piece, just one piece of metal there. And we've got our seconds wheel. And again, with how well this thing ran, I'm not too concerned about looking for faults or anything. I mean, that's in great shape. There's our barrel. Again, the numbers I was seeing, the amplitude was good for a Seiko. Kind of a concept and a phrase that I'm not a fan of for a Seiko, but that, you know, it is what it is. Whoops. You can see it's got a little bit of, just a little bit of play there. Nothing I'm too worried about. We've got our escape wheel up here. Now, to me, it'd be pretty funny, and it's kind of a scary thought, but what if I clean this and somehow it works worse? Now, I don't think that's going to be the case. If anything, if I don't touch anything else, I assume that I might see an increase in amplitude. Not by much, though. But a noticeable amount. No mystery oil there. And the last piece. There we go. That is for all intents and purposes, that's a disassembled watch. And again, this is looking in great shape. Here, let's get, I just want to look at the jewels from this side. Okay, I finally see signs of oil in the jewels there. As you can see on the center wheel there. I can't zoom this in any closer. Actually, I can. Hold on. We've got digital zoom. I can stop fidgeting this around. These... Never mind. Yeah, just a little bit of oil there, but I mean that's that's what happens. These movements aren't soaked in epilame, however you want to say it. Wow, a little bit of grease on the barrel there. And yeah, that's the other spot. You can ream that out and then put a jewel there too. Fairly certain it's kind of a universal kit. The 7002, 005, 7S26, 7009, so on and so forth. I think they're all mostly the same there. So if it fit for one, I might be able to use it for this one to jewel it. Nothing I'm planning on doing. There's a little bit of grease built up in there too, old oil. But again, this is looking really clean. And yeah, that's a swatch disassembled. Let me switch the cameras. Can you see? There it is. That's a watch disassembled right there. Now, of course, I can take apart the barrel arbor. So this would be 4 pieces here. Barrel lid, spring in the arbor. The reversing gear, take that apart. Pop out the cap jewels for the balance. That's disassembled. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up after I get a picture of this. Get it cleaned up, and then we'll do another video at some point putting this back together. So again, Lavelle Time Works. Thanks for watching. If you do need to watch worked on, serviced, maintained, new batteries, movements, crystals, shoot me a message. I've got my email listed on the page. Check that out. Or if you're looking for a new watch, I do have some posted on Instagram. More will be popping up there soon too, for sale. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.